Before the pyramids, before the pharaohs, and long before Rome or Greece, there was a forgotten civilization that built cities, invented writing, and laid the foundation of the modern world. But who were they? How did they rise from the dust of Mesopotamia to create the first known civilization on Earth? And what secrets did they leave behind, buried beneath 5,000 years of sand and silence? Today, we uncover the mysteries of the Sumerians, the world's first civilization. When you think of ancient civilizations, Egypt or Greece might come to mind first. But long before either of them existed, in the land between two great rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates, the Sumerians built something the world had never seen before, a true civilization. 1. How did the Sumerians build the first cities in history? 2. What inventions and ideas did they create that still shape our lives today? 3. And why did this extraordinary civilization suddenly vanish? We've researched ancient tablets, archaeological evidence, and the latest historical findings to bring you a complete story, one that connects the dawn of humanity to our world today. So stay till the end, because the final chapter of the Sumerians may reveal a truth about us that you've never imagined. The birth of civilization. It all began more than 5,000 years ago in the fertile plains of southern Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq. Imagine a world without cities, governments, or writing. Humanity lived in scattered villages, farming and trading, but along the banks of two powerful rivers, people began to settle, not just for food, but for cooperation. The rivers flooded yearly, leaving behind rich soil. Communities learned to control the floods through irrigation canals. And from these small farming villages rose something astonishing. The first cities in human history: Uruk, Ur, Lagash, and Eridu. In Uruk, archaeologists discovered massive walls, temples called ziggurats, and evidence of organized trade and administration. At its height, around 3,200 BCE, Uruk may have had over 50,000 inhabitants, larger than many medieval cities thousands of years later. These were not random clusters of homes. They had governments, priest kings, written laws, and a belief system that united their people. Humanity had officially entered a new era. Civilization. The Sumerians gave birth to the very idea of urban life, cities, organization, and society as we know it. Every modern city, from New York to Tokyo, owes its roots to the blueprint created by the Sumerians, the inventions that shaped humanity. But how did they manage to govern and sustain these cities? The answer lies in one of the greatest inventions in history. Around 3,200 BCE, Sumerian scribes invented writing, known as cuneiform. They used sharp reeds to press wedge-shaped marks into clay tablets. At first it was simple accounting, tracking grain, sheep, and trade. But soon, writing evolved into something much greater: the recording of laws, myths, and stories. One of these stories, the Epic of Gilgamesh, is considered the oldest known work of literature. It tells of a mighty king, his quest for immortality, and his struggle to understand life and death. Sound familiar? That's because the themes still resonate today, but writing wasn't their only innovation. The Sumerians invented the wheel, mathematics based on 60, and the concept of time, dividing hours, minutes, and seconds as we still do. They built irrigation systems, domesticated animals, and developed the first schools to train scribes. When you look at your watch, sign a document, or read a book, you're experiencing the echoes of Sumer. They didn't just live in the past. They built the framework of our present, the world of the gods. But for all their brilliance, the Sumerians didn't see themselves as the masters of their world. They saw themselves as servants to the gods. Religion was at the heart of Sumerian life. Each city had a patron deity. In Uruk, it was the goddess Inanna. In Eridu, the god Enki. Massive temples called ziggurats rose toward the sky, built to bridge the human and divine realms. The Sumerians believed the gods controlled nature, the floods, the crops, the fate of their cities. To please them, they offered sacrifices, held festivals, and built monuments that still inspire awe today. Their myths told of creation, the afterlife, and a great flood sent by the gods, a story that would later echo in the biblical tale of Noah. Through their religion, the Sumerians passed down not only stories, but the human need to understand our place in the universe. Their beliefs still ripple through our faiths and philosophies thousands of years later. The fall of the Sumerians. But if they were so advanced, what went wrong? Why did the first civilization in history disappear? Around 2000 BCE, Sumer began to weaken. Overuse of the land caused soil salinization, turning fertile ground into desert. The once great cities struggled to feed their people. Then came invasions from neighboring Akkadians and Amorites. By 1900 BCE, the Sumerian cities had fallen under foreign rule. The people remained, but their identity, their culture, faded into history. Yet, their ideas did not die. The Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians all built upon Sumerian achievements. Even today, we carry their legacy in our cities, our stories, our sense of time. The Sumerians vanished from the map, but not from the mind of humanity. Their fall reminds us of a powerful truth, that even the greatest civilizations depend on balance with nature, and that knowledge once created never truly dies. The legacy of the Sumerians. So, what remains of the Sumerians today? Their ruins lie buried beneath Iraq's deserts. Their tablets rest in museums, whispering stories from 5 millennia ago. But their influence surrounds us in our writing, architecture, religion, and daily lives. Archaeologists still uncover new pieces of their world each year. Tablets describing mathematics, law, and even jokes. Each discovery reveals something remarkable. The Sumerians were not aliens, gods, or myths. They were humans, like us. Curious, creative, flawed, and brilliant. The real secret of the Sumerians isn't hidden in their ruins. It's in how they show us what humanity can achieve when knowledge, creativity, and cooperation come together. If you enjoyed this journey through the world's first civilization, don't forget to subscribe to keep traveling through time with us and for more stories that bring history to life.